Hey guys, this is week two. Nothing new material-wise. I only have my lessons once every 2 weeks. That's all I can afford. What can you do? So I've been working on my material as well as two more songs in the Suzuki book. So I'm going to go ahead and just take off from there. Let's see any updates. No, this is the start of my second week since my lesson started. So I'll go ahead and put more up on here. I think I'm going to make this a weekly thing. I'm going to at least try to. That way I can see my progress as well as if anyone wants to give me constructive criticism. That's great. If not, I'll ignore your comments. No big deal. But yeah. I'm excited to get started. I feel I've gotten a little bit better, but obviously I still screech. But a lot of stuff is coming a little bit more naturally. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start off with a couple of my practices about hand placement like I was last time. Bringing my hand down, shaking it out. I want to make sure that my hand placement, when I come back up, I can get that G without looking. And that sounds about right. Yep, I'm on, and my finger placement is decent. I still have a problem with my third finger wanting to go too close to my second. But as my instructor Jonathan has said, that'll come in time. So let's go ahead and do that again. Sounds there. Yep. I think I was a little sharp on that, just slightly. Let's try this. I think a little flat. Alright, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and go to our next. Let's go to our A string, see if I can get it there. No, a little flat. I need to go a little higher. There we go. So I'm trying to hit that high D. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the D major scale, and let's go from there. I'm going to warm up without looking. So this was the problem last time we discovered, looking at the music. I don't do so well with bow placement and finger placement, so much as when I am not looking at music and I have it memorized, at least I can concentrate a little bit better. So I'm going to warm up doing it without looking at the music. So we're going to go ahead and start that off. I have an easy time going up, coming back down, shifting from the A string to the D string. That's kind of my problem, and you'll notice in some of my future songs that I'm going to be playing after warm-up, that's going to be the same case. So let's play that a couple more times. Missed my note on there. Just checking my E really quick. I got a Wolf eliminator. It's that little brass piece right there, 11 grams. If you notice on my last video, there's a couple times I hit my E. I don't know if I remember if I mentioned it, but it would warble. It would make this really, they call it a wolf. I don't know the reason behind that yet. I'm not that far into the knowledge, but alright. So now D major, let's go ahead and go to G major, and let's go ahead and start that. Now let's go ahead and practice looking at the music. Let's see if I can do this without looking. Sorry, D major. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's move on to G major. Oh, sorry guys. Missed my note there. Ugh. Not happy with that. Let's do it one more time, and then I'll move on to the actual songs. Okay. So you notice there's still some kind of screeching. I know there's a bowing technique I haven't mastered yet, but my biggest focus right now, instead of mastering my bow, because I'm betting a lot of people who, I'm not even showing my bow, huh? My bow technique probably really stinks. And I'm going to back up a little bit so we can see that the bow, my first lesson wasn't focused on bowing. It's more focused on placement of fingers and getting used to intonation. So there's as Jonathan tells me and all of his YouTubers on his channel, is I think it's 30%. I might have to double check it. Or 20% of playing the cello is here. The other 80% is here in the bow. Or it's 30 here and 70 here. I can't remember the ratio. All I know is a lot more of the cello sound and technique comes from using the bow. So I'm not at that spot yet. So let's go ahead and move on to Suzuki. Book 1. Forgot I'm using two different computers for this. One computer for my sheet music and one for the recording. Alright, so I'm going to start with the same song that we heard last time, or we did last time, and then two extra ones. This is called the French folk song. This is the first one I played for you guys last time and it sounded awful. Let's see if I can sound any better this time. Okay, and now we start at a D on the A string. So. Alright, I had a few things going there. Obviously my posture is wrong because on that last high D, I actually hit my knee with my bow. That messed me up. But I want to give that the excuse for the rest of it sounding bad, but no, that wasn't the case. I was missing my E. I was going to sharp, I believe. If I move further down, it might be flat. I'm still learning all the notes and stuff, so. But yeah, I wasn't placed right on my E. So that really messed me up. Alright, let's do it again. I'm going to go ahead and do this probably 2 more times before moving on to the next song. So let's go ahead and get this started. Also, you'll notice my tempo is completely off. Right now, I know I'm off beats. I'm trying to be, but mostly I'm focusing on the technique here. before I get my beats down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to focus on that, but I'm going to try to do on tempo here. Okay, a little bit better that time. You notice when I'm shifting, again, my biggest weakness, shifting from the A string to the D string. D. Especially that G, my bow likes to hit other strings than actually wanting to hit the one that I'm aiming for. So that's still a challenge. All right, let's do this one more time and move on. And I am not going to actually look at the string before placing it. Hopefully I hit it on my spacing. That was too bad to just continue on from there. Let's go ahead and start that again. Alright, I'll take it. Definitely some parts on there I still need to work on. But to keep myself sane, I only play a song so many times before moving on to another one. Well, since these are small enough songs anyways, at least in shorter practice sessions. Some of the longer ones I'll focus on a couple measures over and over to practice, especially switching from my A to my G on the D string. So switching from here to here. I'll practice those measures quite a bit. But right now I'm just going to move on to this one's lightly row. Very common among many instrument books. So Suzuki has it in here. So let's go ahead and give it a go. I feel as if my finger position's way off. Kind of is. All right. So, all right. couple of times I'm second guessing where I want my fingers to go for the next one there. Big thing I just started noticing, it's my homework assignment that I'm still trying to work on, is that pinky finger wanting to curl up. I need to have it hovering instead of doing this when I am working that third finger. So let's do this again. So other than that screeching at the end there, it was pretty good. Alright, let's do this one more time and then we'll move on to the next song. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Finger position's deteriorating. Yeah, definitely. My note, I was noticing by like measure 3, then I started getting off key. I think measure 1 I was already off, but alright. Trying to engrave that into my mind. I want that position. Alright. Some of that screeching, obviously, it hurts my ears just as much as it hurts you guys to listen to. Even more so that I'm filming myself making these screeching noises, but I want to be able to see where I am a year from now and how I was, so let's just keep going. Yeah, let's move on to the next song. Just using my keyboard down there, my wireless keyboard to move it. Okay. This one's a little tricky. So this is called Song of the Wind. It's just another small one, little one of those songs, but I like this one. It's a little bit more fun to play, but a little bit more challenging too. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. I already messed up. I psyched myself out. So let's do this again. Alright, so that last transfer there, got the hard part done with those hopovers, but I when I hear myself off tone, my everything else kind of deteriorates from there. I try to correct it with my fingers, but then my bow starts messing up, and then it all kind of goes downhill from there. So let's go ahead and let's try this again. Sorry, my tape, I need to get better tape. This is just cut electric tape right here. I don't recommend it. It's just, I press so hard with my thumb here, I'm just smearing it. So I need to get some of that graphic tape. Chart pack is what it's called. So that's my next purchase. All right. Once again, I was fighting with getting my finger placed that whole time and still wanting to go on. Alright. Let's just go from where I started messing up that finger placement. Did 3 for every song, so let's do this one more time. And then I'll go ahead and kick off the recording and continue my practice session. I'll try to keep these at least demos of my improvements to a lot shorter than that first video, which was 45 minutes. We're at 22 now, 23, almost 24. But all right, let's go ahead and kick off this song, and then we'll see. Should have just called it quits after that first playthrough. It's got a repeat at the end of it, so I'm supposed to play that twice. The first time through was great, and then the second time through I just started botching it. But that's a demo of my skill this week, or at least how much I improved. I feel like I've improved quite a bit from that first video. Obviously, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm not pleased with my progress, but I'm going to keep going. Even though I'm not pleased with my progress, I'm loving playing this cello. So I'm going to continue playing on, and I'll see you guys next week.